back for another review. And like I said before in part one of this, that I wasn't going to go into the unboxing and putting the piece together. I think B Mother has a pretty good unboxing video of how to put this piece together, and very well detailed and shows it piece by piece, but I just want to go into the review of the piece. Now, this, I have to say, is an amazing, amazing statue. Just when you look at the detail, and I'll start at the bottom, when you look at the intricateness of the design, and even on this kind of four-pod foot stand, that this kind of mechanical warrior, which is the Crow King, is embedded into kind of a mesh mechanical armor suit. Just the detail of it and the mechanics of it, of putting it together, it looks like you're putting together some kind of intricate kind of metal worked, of a supercharged up car, I guess. That's the only way I can describe it, but it just looks amazing. Even when you look at the toes, you'll see that they did some very well-defined and very detailed work on just sculpting each and every part of this statue. From the leg piece and the leg armor, and if you go to the side, the mechanical construct of just this mech suit and all the pieces that are involved in it and how you would construct such a thing if a human were to get into it. It's just extremely well detailed. You'll see that they put a lot of weathering on it, because that gives the impression that the Crow King has been wearing this quite some time, and he's been in a few battles, so it has wear and tear. But I mean, just the detail of even small pieces like this on the side of the leg, and even when you get in close, you'll see that those are sculpted as well, and they also have that weathering. Amazing job, amazing job. So this is kind of next level type of resin sculpture, and I think it's made out of resin, but just next level with the amount of time and effort and the detail that they put into it just to get this piece together. So let's start at the top. So this is a removable headpiece, and this is one of the head sculpts that you can use on the piece, where the face, or what would look like a face or maybe a mask, is kind of exposed. The other one I have sitting to the bottom of the piece, which is like the full mask, and that's all you see of it. It's just the eyes and maybe like a snout, like for a nose. And on it, he has kind of like a chest armor. And you can see the tubing and the mechanics that go into the hydraulics that power this kind of mech arm that falls off to the side here and attaches to his arm. And they have this mechanical construct where the connections of that are attached to each other, so that you see that the Crow King can actually control this giant mech arm with a mechanical hand, with his hand, with the little mechanical sensors on it that go down each and every finger. I mean, just amazing. That's just an amazing design, an amazing concept. So nothing was left out of accounting for how this mech armor would work when you put an actual person in it. So they wanted to make sure there were connections for each and every piece, so that it would make logical sense that if somebody was in this kind of device, that they would be able to control each and every aspect of it. And even when you get down to the leg armor, because the leg armor is huge, so you can just assume that is the person's feet do not reach all the way to the bottom. So they have kind of the hydraulic system attached from the middle of the leg to the components in the back, just to control the leg piece and the mechanics there. It's the same, identical on the other side, I guess the left side right now, where you have that same hydraulic system that's attaches in the back of this mech armor and controls the bottom part of that leg. And look at the gears and just the size of them that they needed just to control that leg piece. And even the weathering on that is just great, just fantastic. And in the other arm, he has a mech gun that he can use to fire that is part of the mech piece. But even that is controlled because you see the connection from the mechanical arm piece and fueling the hydraulics of this kind of, I don't know if it's a submachine gun or some kind of space gun or laser gun, but it's just when you see this piece in person, you would be very impressed with it, extremely impressed with all of the detail and the design and the intricate layout of how they have the pipes and the mechanics of this mech suit running all over the exterior of this piece. I mean, if you look at it in person, you would think it's made out of metal. So the metal effects that they use are just amazing. And it goes in line with some of the other pieces that they've done, like Dante or the Mega Man pieces that they're coming out with. And of course, everyone is familiar with the Morgan piece that HMO made. They are just putting out some very high quality pieces, which really are just next level in design. So if you can get on the bandwagon, and I think the next piece they're coming out with is May, or I think it's May. I'd have to check on that, and I'll put the link at the bottom of the video for their website. I'd jump on that pre-order because I think this is going to be the company to watch as far as it goes with creating some of the more intricate and the more detailed design resins.